So Amotus has been in the Internet of Things game for like over 20 years now, helping companies connect all their stuff through some really smart electronic design and software development. Today, we're going to dive into their answer for the modern IoT world, a platform called Fundamentum. When we talk about IoT, our minds usually jump straight to the tech, the hardware, the code, all those tricky puzzles. But what if we're looking at the wrong problem? What if the biggest things holding IoT back aren't technical at all, but are actually buried in how we manage, scale, and pay for these projects? Okay, let's start with a massive operational headache. Just picture it. You've got thousands of sensors scattered all over the place. How in the world do you securely manage who gets access? All your technicians, all your devices, without creating this tangled administrative mess? It's a logistical and security nightmare just waiting to happen. And next up, you've got the data itself. I mean, think about it. Your devices are just constantly pumping out information, 24/7. Trying to handle that never-ending flow is a huge challenge. And building the infrastructure to manage it all, it's not just complicated, it can get crazy expensive to maintain, especially as you grow. And that, of course, leads us right to the big one, security. In the IoT world, every single one of those connected devices is a potential doorway for a security breach. All it takes is one little vulnerability to put your entire operation at risk. And finally, there are the business traps. The biggest one is something called vendor lock-in. It's where you become a prisoner to one company's technology and you can't adapt or switch without a massive overhaul. And then there are the costs that look fine at first, but then they just explode as you scale, leaving you with these totally unpredictable bills. Okay, so with all those problems on the table, this is exactly where Fundamentum comes in. It was built from the ground up to solve these specific challenges. Because, let's be real, in IoT, a one-size-fits-all solution just doesn't cut it. Fundamentum is all about providing a tailored approach that actually fits what you need to do. And this is a great way to think about it. Instead of buying a pre-built house where the landlord charges you a fee every time you open a window, Fundamentum gives you the high-quality, super secure building blocks to build the exact house you need, totally on your own terms. All right, let's break this down. First up, pillar number 1, unbreakable security. This is non-negotiable. It's all about protecting your most valuable things, your data and your physical devices. So how do they pull this off? Well, it's all about layers of defense. We're talking rock-solid encryption, shielded communication channels so nobody can listen in, and super strict authentication for every single device that tries to connect. And the best part, it's all managed from one central spot using industry standards like OF 2.0. That gives you one single secure point of control over your entire network. And look, they're not just saying this, they've got the receipts to prove it. This SOC 2 Type 2 certification is a huge deal. It's a tough, independent audit that doesn't just check their systems once. No, it watches them over months to make sure they're consistently managing everything securely to protect client data. It's a massive guarantee of trust. Okay, let's move on to pillar number 2. This one's all about total sovereignty. It's a fancy way of saying you're in complete control. You're the master of your own house, free from the handcuffs of some vendor telling you what you can and can't do. And the magic behind this? It's something called a microservices architecture. Forget about one giant clunky application. Think of it like Lego. Seriously, each little function of your system is its own separate, independent block. You can swap them, replace them, or upgrade them without having to tear down the entire castle. And what this Lego block approach gives you is just incredible. First, agility. You need to change a feature, you just swap out one little block. Second, scalability. You can grow from 100 devices to 1,000,000 without having to start from scratch. And third, flexibility. You could literally move your entire application from, say, AWS to Google Cloud without having to rewrite your core logic. That is true freedom. All right, let's get to the part that everyone really cares about, the money. Pillar number 3 is all about predictable costs. So you can finally say goodbye to those nasty, heart-stopping surprise bills at the end of the month. You see, the old way of doing things in IoT, it's a trap. They nickel and dime you for every little message sent, every action taken. As you grow, those costs just explode and your budget is a total guess. Fundamentum just throws that whole model out the window. Their pricing is simple, it's linear, and it's predictable. No hidden fees for every little thing, so you can actually plan with confidence. Okay, this all sounds great on paper, right? But the real question is, does it actually work out in the wild? Let's take a look at how Fundamentum is delivering real results for real businesses right now. Well, check this out. We're talking over 850,000 modules running live on the Fundamentum platform right now. This isn't just some concept. This is a proven, battle-tested platform that's operating at a massive scale. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about the impact. Listen to this from Wayne Woodhead over at IDE Systems. He said the solution let them reduce waste, cut costs, and even lower their carbon emissions. I mean, those are the outcomes that really matter, right? And they did it all from a single, simple dashboard. And what's really amazing is just how versatile this platform is. It's not some niche solution for one industry. Fundamentum is trusted by companies in everything from energy and EV management to healthcare to smart cities and even ag tech. That just goes to show you how adaptable that whole modular architecture really is. You know, this is so important right now. You've got some of the biggest names in tech, like AWS, actually shutting down parts of their IoT services. In that kind of shaky market, Fundamentum really stands out as a stable, dedicated, and future-proof partner for your business. So let's just wrap up with this one big question. Imagine for a second that all those business roadblocks we talked about, the crazy costs, the complexity, being trapped with one vendor, imagine they're just gone. What could you and your team build then? That's the kind of potential a platform like this can unlock. And there you have it. That's our look at the Amotus Fundamental platform. It's an approach to IoT that isn't just built for technology, but for the tough realities of doing business.